Holiday sales are officially over, and I want to talk to you guys about some of the amazing results that we've made. One of our clients, as you guys can see behind me here, we made $1.5 million with an 84% increase in sales compared to the previous 30 days. In our other scenario here, we got our client to $104,000 with almost a 900% total sales increase compared to prior days. This happened because of one reason and one reason only. Our creatives were dialed in for this season, our groundwork was laid out, and this new setting that we use to shuffle all of the spend over to new ads has helped us tremendously. In this video, I'll show you exactly which setting we used to make these results happen and how we were able to launch new ads into our CPO campaign setup that were able to get a whole lot of spend quickly and reach our right target audience. If you're new to the channel, this is me with a couple of my clients. I'm Johannes, I'm the founder of Profit on Ads. We're a growth partner agency helping brands bridge into the 6 and 7 figures per month by utilizing channels such as Meta, TikTok, Google, and email marketing. We make an omnipresent marketing channel and we execute it, but the most important thing that we've been doing these past many couple of months is actually our hands-on effort on the creatives, because after Andromeda, creatives have never been more important, and that's what I'm gonna show you in this video, how we're using our creatives with this new setting of Meta, and we're crushing it.
Awesome, guys, welcome inside my computer. I'm super excited to go over this new setting that we're using to scale our clients with. So why do most CPO campaigns break after scaling? Well, most brands think creative fatigue happens because we just need more creatives and need to test different angles and all of that. Well, one ad can actually go very far. On TikTok, fatigue happens quite fast, but on Meta, you can usually run ads for months on end. We still have some ads on our big accounts that have been running for a year plus and they're still crushing it. It's all about transitioning and smoothing out the spend a little bit, so it's just not taking 95% of all the spend, because then you're gonna have a problem. People are gonna get bored of this. But if it's taking 15-20% of the spend, it has such a long life, and you can build on top of all of these ads. They're gonna have different touch points with your customers, and that's how you're gonna end up with a active portfolio of ads on the hundreds and actually scale your spend up to 10,000 plus a day. So in reality, actually, because one ad steals all the spend, you're probably focusing on one hero product, it's lacking of diversity, and at some point people are gonna have seen it enough, and if you're not renewing yourself, well, you're gonna have a problem at some point. Well, the key idea here is Meta is not broken, it's just doing exactly what you're telling it to do. Now, the problem with the traditional CPOs here is that our one hero ad takes 70-90% of its spend, and then it just burns its lifespan out really quickly. The new ads that you're putting live are never exiting learning because they're not able to go in and take any spend from the current budget in the CPO. So when you launch, for example, into the holidays, your promo ads into your CPO campaign, well, they're never going to be able to get any delivery because they're not getting any spend, because that one winner ad, it's just taking everything because Facebook is seeing it as the only viable option and the others haven't proven themselves. So this is actually gonna dry up all of your traffic at the end because people are only getting the same touch point and you're not getting them with different angles, which is just so important. Testing is going to look broken because none of your new ads are actually getting any spend. Creative fatigue is going to happen fast because everyone's going to have seen the same ad all the time and get annoyed by it. And then scaling becomes unstable because you're actually not, you're just relying on one winning ad, maybe just one hero product. You can do one hero product, but you need to still renew yourself. I do see that when you have a little bit broader product catalog, that it gets a little bit better because then you can shuffle some of the spend over to a different product in the same category and so on and so forth. Now, what changed with our new CPO spend control setup here that we actually implemented that is why we had those amazing results? Well, intentionally, we shuffled spend inside of the campaign. We protected our winning ads. We forced the exploration to new ads when needed. So when we actually went in and put in a ton of effort on our creatives, we made some of the montages that I've been talking about in my previous videos that we're getting amazing results with. Well, we're actually able to force some spend over to these new angles And that is going to say to the top performing ad that, hey, okay, we just need to take a step down. Its ROAS is probably going to come up a little bit, but this is also allowing the new ads to get a chance to even get out there, which is just amazing, because this way we're able to control the fatigue a little bit better instead of just reacting to it whenever it happens. And then we have these big spikes and calm downs and so on. So we're more so guiding the algorithm instead of fighting it. Now, we have some different spend floors inside of the CPO, but first let me go ahead and show you guys how this actually works. So here is inside. Here we can see, and we can just see here, okay, the montage 3, montage 1, montage 2. This we launched the 12th of December. Well, how did we launch it? Well, we went in here and put an ad set spending limit. So we said, okay, we've put a lot of effort into this new creative of ours. Well, we want this to spend daily minimum 15%. It's going to be super important. We want minimum 15% to go to this ad set, because we really believed in these creatives and I wanted to test it. That is not going to take away from the other ads too much without killing the winner. So let me show you how our results sort of reacted here. Well, now we're looking, okay, here we can see the different results. Let me just put on the right columns. So here we can see we were spending some more money here on this ad set here that was stealing most of the spend. ROAS wasn't great. It was sort of at the kind of break-even point. This is a new client where we really needed to get a lot of data and we wanted to move quickly. So this was actually okay for us. But I wanted to say, okay, December 11th, we launched this the 12th. What happens? Okay, ROAS was actually really bad, the 12th. How does the 13th look like now? Okay, well, we see here, okay, this ad actually performed really well. And we launched this the 12th, probably late at day, so it probably first came up the 13th. But then you see, okay, now 281 in ROAS for this new ad set that we launched, way less cost per purchase. And it's actually interesting because it's like, oh, we just launched something, we actually got it to spend, and we usually leave this setting on for the first 48 hours, then we can pull it out if it's not performing. But okay, yesterday we spent $961 at almost ROAS 2 now, so we really went quickly about getting our ROAS up, and that's just super amazing, right? Okay, well, how does the 16th look like? Well, now we can actually see that this new ad set that we're doing is 233. It's actually climbing because we're getting more data, and this is a relative new account. And ROAS 233, and this was spending $762, right? A total ROAS of 251. So this is a huge improvement in the account. Well, how about yesterday, right? Okay, now we can see 232, and we actually spent $2,700 the 21st of December. This is our best performing ad by far, and we were able to get it to spend so much more by going into this setup, guys. So I can't stress this enough. When you're putting your attention and effort into making awesome ads, it sometimes is worth it to force Meta a little bit to launch this ad out there. This is actually something that we've been struggling with for some of our clients. We're putting all this attention into making awesome ads for them. We're launching them in there, but they're never getting any spend because some winner is just stealing all of it. But in this way, we're able to control it just a little bit more, and we're able to manage the spend. You know, that was a relatively new account that I was showing you guys how we, you know, had a lower ROAS of 140, but we're able to explode it. And by having that spend behind it that was actually able to get us some data in, we're able to leverage that. And now our ROAS is it's almost doubled on Meta, and our spend has more than doubled as well. And it just took us testing a whole bunch of ads, testing angles, making some awesome quality creatives like I've been speaking about in my previous videos. And yeah, I can really recommend it. It's a setting that we've been using a lot these past couple of weeks. And it just really makes each ad set have its unique job. So how we use the minimum spend limits? Well, we apply minimum spend limits to specific ad sets when we really believe in them, and we've put some extra love into those creatives. This just guarantees the delivery of our new creatives. Also, if you're launching a promo ad into your CPO, well, you can ensure that it's getting spent at the bottom of funnel. You can do retargeting with it inside of your old approach CPO campaign with the different ad sets. I wouldn't necessarily do this in the funnel campaign, you can also do it, but I do prefer the old approach where you have multiple assets to do this with. Testing angles is way easier now because you can just allocate 5%. If you're spending $1,000, well, that's like $50, right? So new ads is actually going to get data. Winners do not starve the system, and Meta keeps learning instead of stagnating. We're not just fatiguing our one winning ad, but we're actually transitioning some of the spend out, and people are getting multiple touch points from us now. So old way, you can launch promo into a strong CPO, Meta ignores it or lets it steal all spend, and performance becomes super unstable, and it's gonna be like a spike and then come crashing down, and then it's just not super healthy. The new way is like your promo lives in its own ad set. It has guaranteed spend. It runs alongside evergreen ads. The learning is not going to reset, and this is how we launch promos without blowing up what already works. So how this setup prevents creative fatigue? Well, as I've been saying, you guys, spend is distributed intentionally. You can also put a maximum cap spend on your winning ads. You can also put it on this new ads that you're launching in there. So if you have, like, where it's really been shining for us is on some products we have a lot of inventory and we need these products to sell a little bit more than our other ads. And that's how we're like, okay, well, we need to spend this minimum. We might launch an offer on these products or so on. And that way we're really just letting the algorithm get a good hand of cards to play the algorithm with. So creative fatigue is usually a delivery problem, not a creative problem. And we're just guiding the algorithm a little bit better. And I want to give you guys some monitoring rules as well so that you're not going to burn your budget. Our rules is like we usually let it go for 48 to 72 hours with the minimum spend before judging. If the results is like 0.5 in ROAS, yeah, we're gonna take that minimum spend out there. We're probably pausing it because then we have all the data that we needed to see, and we're gonna make a new version, reiterate based on that. Watch ROAS, cost per acquisition, CTR. If there's no positive signals, adjust or pause it. Definitely rotate angles, not just visuals. Like you can do a mom angle, student angle, whatever it might be. I would say the setup is best for you if you're spending $100 plus per day. You run promos regularly, have at least one proven evergreen creative, and you struggle with testing, getting no delivery on the new ads that you're launching in there. That way you can do it. And the higher you're spending, the better it will sort of become, because when you take 5% out of 1,000, that's $50, right? So it's really, the more you spend, the more control it allows you to get. The big takeaway is going to be that the brands in 26 are not making more ads. They're controlling how spend moves between them, and they're actually making quality creatives. Anyone can make an AI video, or thousands of them, and just blast them into the algorithm, but they're not getting any results by doing this. So if you are a busy business owner and you want some help setting this up, settings help, structure help, and your creatives are not as you would like them to be, I would love to sit down with you. You can book a call in the description and we can go over your creative strategy together. You can book a call directly into my calendar. If you like this video, I appreciate a like and subscribe. And if you would like to see how we took one of our clients from $5,000 per month to over $1 million per month, well, watch this video next. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's make 26 the biggest year. Have an amazing time. Bye-bye.